Welcome to What's Your Alley, Pauline.
Thank you.
Excited to have you.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. So to get us started,
Mhm.
tell us a little bit about what you do now, and then we're going to go way back and talk about how you got there.
Okay. So I'm a makeup artist, stylist, and I have a company that I've launched here in the United States, NanoKare. So NanoKare is a hair care product. It's a hair smoothing product. Nanoplasty is the new technology in this space. So you remember traditional keratin smoothing, straightening
Yes.
treatments
Yes.
with all the horrific formaldehyde, the fumes, the results that don't last long and they're drying.
Mhm.
This innovation in this category explodes all of that. It basically makes keratin obsolete. So the difference is black and white TV to color TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it for any type of hair, like
Yeah,
curly hair, thick hair, fine hair,
absolutely.
everything?
Absolutely. Yes.
So how does it work? Is it something that you use as a shampoo, or is it?
No. So
Okay.
it's a process that you get done in a hair salon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, it, go to a good hairdresser,
Mm-hmm.
get it done in a salon. So basically, it's a process of applying the product. The hairdresser will do that. It's nanoplastic technology that is the difference now. And our product in particular, we didn't invent the technology, but we perfected it.
Okay.
So yeah, hairdressers, go in and get it done. Anyone with, for me, my origin story, I'm doing this business and I hear this a lot. This is how the best businesses come to be.
Mhm.
It happened because I was looking for a solution
Right.
and I
Mhm.
don't have thick, coarse hair, but in humidity, my hair frizzes and it was a constant battle. And,
Yes.
30 minutes to do a blowout because I've got kinky, frizzy hair. So I went back to, I tried to find nanoplasty here in the States, couldn't find it. So I got a keratin treatment and it was awful. $400 later, the results barely lasted 3 months. They dried out my hair. None of it was great. So in seeking a solution, I flew back to Australia. They've got NanoKare there. I had it done in the salon and it was one of these surreptitious moments where I was getting it done and I said to the hairdresser doing mine, I said, by any chance, who are the owners? And she said, oh, it's a couple, blah, 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 entrepreneurs. I went, wow, do they have a distributor in the States? She said, I don't know. She said, they're actually here today. You could speak to them.
How about that?
And they are never in the salon. So we ended up having a chat and I said to them, do you have someone in the States? They're like, no, we're looking. I went, and since then, and it probably took a year of discussions, to get there.
Yeah.
And then, and I also had to be ready. I had to really be certain
Right.
about what I was about to undertake.
Right. Which is
Um,
good. Yeah,
yes,
starting a business is such a big deal.
it
Yeah.
it is more that than people realize.
Yes.
Truly, it is not for the faint-hearted. Um, so in speaking with them, and it was also both they and I interviewing each other. You've
Mhm.
got to work with a great team that is like-minded and supportive.
Right.
And the product had to be exceptional, and it is. So it ticked all boxes. They're fantastic. Um, so we hit the ground running and I got my first shipment in July.
All right.
And this has been the first couple of months of testing our systems,
Right.
and working with salons and clients. So far, so good. It's fantastic. Listen, it's all things. And you're a businesswoman. It's great and it's challenging and learning. And every day, I think I'm average intelligence, reasonably intelligent. Every day
I
I
think
will,
you're more than that.
well, you know what I mean? Yet
I
every
know what you
day,
mean.
right, I wake up with something new that I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to learn this. And you do. And that is what I've learned makes the difference. That's the difference between whether you make it or not in business, whether you stick it out, whether you learn, whether you don't get intimidated by the process, whether you push through every fear that you will face every morning when you wake up, that imposter syndrome, and push forward and do it.
Mhm.
And it's messy and it's not perfect. And am I ever perfectly ready each day? No, but you do it.
Right. You do it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to learn a little bit more about your product.
Yeah.
It's something you do in the salon and it
Mhm.
stays for a
Yeah.
number of months. So it straightens your like
It
is it
does.
like it straightens your hair, it makes it
Completely smooth and straight.
smooth and straight,
Yeah,
and then it keeps that way.
it does. For generally, we're finding 8 months.
Wow.
8 months. And there's also
Okay.
the distinction between our product and traditional keratin treatments and the Brazilian blowouts.
Mhm.
It lasts and it doesn't compromise during that time. The only thing it does is it grows out. I'm case in point, test case. I had mine done over a year ago now in Australia. So
Okay.
yeah. So I have regrowth, but the rest is held.
Yeah.
And the majority of my clients are experiencing 8 months.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
a long time to
Yeah.
hold. Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
This is a game changer, this product. It's a game changer for me. It might sound a little silly. You think it's a hair care product, relax. No, it changes lives. My clients are like, oh, thank you. Women that are struggling with hair and image, and it's all of that. I love it.
Well, you caught my attention when you said frizzy.
Yeah. Oh,
Being in the South
oh,
and the humidity and
and
the
that's
frizz.
why.
Yeah.
Just the minute you walk out the door,
Yes.
uncontrollable, and it works on all hair types. So whether you have fine, blonde, dark hair,
Yeah.
or thick, coarse hair, it works on all hair types.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. You have a lot you're building and a lot of
Yes.
opportunity, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too. So the next challenge is just getting out there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the hardest part. It's this beginning part
It,
of, yes, it's so hard.
thank you for saying that. I'm like, is it
Yes.
just me?
No, no, it's really difficult. I think this is the hardest part of business,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, right
Yeah.
here.
Formulation.
Is this getting hitting the ground running, making something happen
Yeah.
when nobody knows who you are, nobody
Yeah.
knows what the product is, or everybody has their different challenges. But I think getting going, that is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. So take us way back. Take us back when you think about your journey. Where do you think all of this sort of started? Like,
Okay. So I'll give you the abridged version. Let's say the real
okay,
start is when I landed here in the US.
okay,
The prior to that, a little bit. So prior to that, I worked in Australia. I moved here 3 years ago. Um, prior to that, in Australia, I'd always worked in the beauty industry. I worked as a makeup artist,
okay,
um, and for not the shallow reasons, I also had a company, a promotional products business.
okay.
But the creative side and the working with women, makeup is not just about makeup. It's every time, every time I put a woman in my seat, I'm dealing with her self-esteem, her body image, where she's in life, the changes going on, transition, all of it.
Mhm.
So that's what I found so rewarding. So when I moved here, I had the option, well, what am I going to do? Do I want to do promotional products and go corporate again? Absolutely not.
Mhm.
For two reasons. I don't want to work for anyone. 9 to 5, it's not who I am. Number two, I just noticed a gap in this market here. And I thought there's great things I can do here. I am so blessed. This country, this town, this state has embraced me in such a way that is breathtakingly generous and encouraging. So initially, I was just working as a makeup artist and a stylist. So singer songwriters, creatives, through to corporates, women that are winning awards that are at the top of their field in corporate life. And we all need stylists, makeup artists, wardrobe audits.
Right.
We're all going through changes.
Right.
So I'll often work with women that are some are going through a divorce and want to reinvent. Others, it's just they don't have time to attend to that part of their life.
Mhm.
So I take care of that. So, and the same goes for men. I've got many male clients that I work with. Same thing. So and also it's not a one size fits all. That's the other
Mhm.
thing. It really isn't. So my work will vary from a very personalized service to a regular photo shoot or a commercial photo shoot. Also, one of my most favorite jobs or gigs that I work with, I get to work with children.
Oh,
Yeah. So
yeah.
huge shout out. This has been one of the biggest blessings for so many reasons. K-Love Radio.
Okay.
They've launched K-Love Kids, a kids division.
Okay.
And all I can tell you is that is the most blessed work,
Oh, I bet.
truly.
Yeah.
And what they are doing is so wonderful. So wonderful. If anyone has children, you've got to tune into K-Love Kids.
Mhm.
So they're on YouTube and they're on Instagram, they're on everywhere. So, my work is so varied. So every day it's NanoKare. I generally work on that, depending whether it's the admin stuff, whether it's figuring out all the ins and outs of Shopify and
Mhm.
the complexities and blah, 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 blah,
Right.
that, or working with salons. Sometimes it'll be a salon visit. Sometimes it'll be just replying to emails and inquiries. NanoKare is every day. And then I'll have other days where I'm fully booked. I'm with the K-Love Kids
Mhm.
on set, or I'm with a private client, or I'm doing a wardrobe audit in Dillard's where I'll do the pre-work for a client, go in a couple of days before and tour certain stores.
Mhm.
I'll curate all the looks, have it ready. They come in. I pop them into a change room and go, get your clothes off. Let's go.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So when I moved here, I chose to focus on that. I was pretty clear. I wanted to do something that I really, really loved. I did not want to deal with corporates that, hey, we need 1,000 pens. Great. This one costs $1. Can you do it for 20 cents? No. I wanted to be valued. I wanted my work to be valued.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you think if you think about all the work that you do,
Mhm.
what do you think you enjoy the most?
People,
Okay.
absolutely people. And the joy that I see, the difference that it makes. I'll do a photo shoot or a makeover on a woman who is, there's one in particular that I'm thinking of. She's 62. She's gone through a divorce. She's lost a lot of weight. She's lost herself and she's reemerging. And I was honored to be part of that process.
Yes.
So, when she pulls me aside at the end of it, I did the reveal and she started crying. And I panicked and I looked and I went, oh my gosh, if you don't like it, we can change it. I can
Yeah.
fix it, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no. She said, I've never seen myself this way. Cause I looked at her and I said, oh my gosh, you're beautiful. And one of my colleagues walks past and said, you look gorgeous. She said, no one said that to me in 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, in going home and in her work life the next day, people stopped her and said, you look amazing. What's going on?
Yeah, I absolutely know what you're talking about. In
Yeah.
fact, the Alioup originally was Q Up, as you
Yeah.
know, and Q Up got started for my own story because I experienced that when my sister styled me
There you go.
the clothes, and I looked in the mirror and was like, wow, I feel so good right
See?
now the way that this what she's done. I would have never picked any of that. I would not have put that together,
Right.
and realized, gosh, more people should have access to her and there's some real value
There
in it.
is.
It
And
really is.
the research is there and the ROI is there. This
Mhm.
is proven. When we look good, we feel good, we do good, we show up differently.
Yes.
We do. And whether we like this or not, um, Tony Robbins has done all the research on this as well as amongst many other research. Style initially is more important than substance. What happens after that? Substance is what keeps your clients there and keeps
Mhm.
you there. But initially it's style and it's also the way you will then show up when you feel good. You
It's
show up
very true.
differently with more personal credibility.
Right.
That translates.
Yeah, I agree. The way you feel really does,
Yeah.
and lots of things affect that
Yeah.
in showing up, and that's part of it. And I've seen it many times too. That
Right?
when somebody is and like I said, I just gave my own personal story of it. Of it's amazing what clothes and even makeup and hair and all
Yeah.
just that all that can do for the way that you feel.
Right. Another study recently showed that women that wear makeup to work versus women that don't
Mhm.
are 40% more successful. And it had nothing to do with attraction. It wasn't that one lady was prettier or more attractive than the other. It was that she was polished. It was that she had makeup on. She looked more credible. She had made more of an effort.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a correlation with credibility somehow and substance. It's really fascinating.
Yeah.
Mm.
So tell me, why, because you said you were a makeup artist for many years. What do you think got you into that to begin with? What made you think, oh, I think I'd like to do this work?
Again, it just goes back to the collaboration and the sanctity of women and that women's space. And actually, what I think really cemented that for me, again, my own personal journey. So many years ago, I went through everything that I identified and had me be the woman that I was taken away.
Mm.
You know, I had to have an emergency hysterectomy so I could no longer have children. All sorts of things happened at that time. I found that I needed the camaraderie and the support of women. So whilst I was just working as a makeup artist on weekends and working at the Australian equivalent of a Sephora, what I got from that was the support of women around me. And every woman had a story. And every woman had gone through something. So I'm like, oh, this isn't just me and I will be fine. And makeup was the instrument or the conduit to elevate.
Yes.
Elevate.
Yeah, it's interesting that also, makeup, what you're saying is you're sitting with somebody for an extended amount of time. And yes, you're talking about the makeup, but you're talking about a lot more.
Oh my goodness.
Is what you're saying.
All of it.
That you're building a relationship, which I think is why we feel so close to our makeup artist and
Truly.
hairstylist. And,
Yeah.
there's a lot of time that is spent there.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me be very clear. My work, everything that I do, 50% of that is psychology. It truly is. And people will share with you the most personal, private details of their life. So you're a sanctuary, and I honor that. And I take care of that, and I'm gentle as I proceed. Now, having said that, there are some moments where for my clients, I need to shake them out and be blunt with them for them.
Yeah.
For them, because I want them to be fantastic. And it'll be, all right, so here's an example without naming names. I had one fantastic woman who came to me. She wanted a makeover. She was dating again and she couldn't understand why she was attracting such bad attention or not great candidates. So I said, let me come and see you at an event. There was a mixer event that I said, I'll come along to that. Let me check it out. I was mortified at what she was wearing. And I understood completely when I saw her why. So if you didn't know her, I would have thought she was an older groupie that used to run around in the 80s with 80s rock bands.
Yeah.
Who was still wearing the same clothes, was still wearing the harsh black eyeliner with the frosted pink lipstick, with the two-tone hair and the midriff out. Like it was all wrong. It was all wrong. But here's where this, I couldn't believe it. This woman is an educated, she's a professor. You would have never thought. I thought she worked at Waffle House.
Yeah.
That's what she was giving me. And that's the assumptions that people were making about her, that men were making about her, that she was easy, low value. And yet this woman was intelligent, kind, had a fantastic personality, super successful, but her look didn't reflect that.
Right.
So I had to go, okay, here's the deal. We're starting from scratch. You want to know why? This is why. And she was like taken aback. But I'm like, do you want me to really pour into you and turn this around? She's like, yes. I said, so trust me. And she did. And the process was wonderful. And we did all of that and she got it.
Yeah.
And she got it. And she said to me at first, she said, the first time I met with you and we had our first session, I walked away thinking, what? And she said it was confronting, but it was what I needed. She's incredible now. I believe she's been in a marriage now for over a year. We'll do a refresh every now and then. But Yeah, she was just stuck in a loop that she didn't know how to get out of. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah. I think we all do that
Yeah.
sometimes, that we get into something that's we're used to, and then we don't see that
Yes.
things around us have changed, or maybe we need to change
Yep.
because we're just comfortable with it and that's what we know, and
Yep.
you just don't know any different.
True.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, this is my world, so I'm on it. But there's a professor whose work is being a professor in academia. She doesn't have time, nor should she need to be across all of that.
Right.
So this is where I say, people, let experts, let consultants seek out. You don't have to know it all. I don't
Right.
know it all as a businesswoman. I seek out consultants and experts to help me with the gaps that I don't know.
100% same. Yes. We're not expected to know it all.
We're not.
It's okay that we don't.
We're absolutely.
Mhm.
That's also been my biggest learning. I don't have to have it all figured out.
Yeah.
Not today.
Right.
One bite of the elephant at a time.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So, what makes you interested in the distribution? Because there's definitely crossover,
Mhm.
and it's of all the fundamental part of you. You like helping people,
Mm,
and so the business that you're building now
mm.
also does that.
Yes.
But it is a different kind of business than what
Yes.
you've been doing in the
Yes.
past. So, what do you think has made you interested in that, or sort of led you in that direction of transition?
Two things, quite frankly. Firstly, I want everyone to have what I got. I just do. I
Mhm.
just do. I hate when I see women that have had the outdated keratin processes
Mhm.
and it's a disaster and they've dropped $400 and no, 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 no. I want you to have what I've got. I want every woman to have this. And number two, I'm investing in my future.
Mhm.
Commercial success. Let me be very
Yeah.
blunt. And I want that with this product because it is true, because I back this product, because it is that good.
Yeah.
So for me, it's the perfect synergy where there is integrity. The product is everything that it says it is. So I happily sell that. It is that good. It's not, I'm not backing um, a makeup product just because. I'm not backing it because I want to make money. I back it because I'm living this product and I want everyone to have it. So it's a win-win.
Mhm.
Commercially, I want to build my future and it's in something that I stand 1000% behind. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you are going to tell another business person
Mhm.
that, or someone maybe that's not been in business, but they're thinking about launching a business and getting out there, what would be your advice to them?
Get ready for a roller coaster.
Mhm.
Roller coaster. You know, it's not for the faint hearted. Now, I don't say that to deter anybody, but be clear it's not all um, win, win, win every day. And wonderfully, the timing was perfect. Last week, I had a tough week where there were just glitches. And you just have one of those weeks where you think, is anything working? And just glitches, nothing to do with the product
Yeah.
at all. Um, Systems errors or couriers or logistics,
Mhm.
stuff like that. Um, Eddie Milet, an incredible entrepreneur. If anyone doesn't know about him, jump on social media and start following him. He posted yesterday. Now, he's insanely successful. He has various businesses. He's also very much a public speaker, and I don't want to say motivational. He's better than motivational. Um, he posted, now he's probably a billionaire. He's probably that level, owns his own island, blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah, all the markings of success. He put a post a couple of days ago saying, so you want to hear what my day was like? You think what I do, success came easily? He said, I woke up to a deal that I had been working on for 6 months that is not going to close today
Mhm.
and is probably not going to close. And I've invested over whatever.
Mhm.
Um, I then had somebody else call out sick who's critical, to my business. He just ran through all these things that went wrong. And his point in all of that is there's no shortcuts and you have to be able to sustain energy.
Right.
Energy. And I needed to hear that because I'm like, am I alone? And this is only happening to me. Everybody else, every entrepreneur is posting their successes and this is easy. And we're living at the beach and we're millionaires and it all happened in a couple of months. Well, we're 2-3 months into it and I'm still in the testing phase,
Yeah. Yeah.
working out terms and conditions, tweaking it
It's a
where
long
needed.
game. Yeah.
Right. So what I would say to any new entrepreneurs is patience, resilience, expect a roller coaster. Expect days where you're curled up in the fetal position going, what am I doing? And then other days where you just have wins.
Mhm.
You know, we took a client into a salon last week and we filmed and we had kind of like a little mini masterclass with the other hairdressers and we did the process. And that was fantastic and joyous. And it was great. And it was great learning for everyone. Obviously, the process was impeccable. Client was delighted. So you have those winning days.
Yeah.
And then you have a day where you're dealing with system glitches that you want to pull your hair out. Get ready for it all.
All of it.
And be
Yeah.
patient and be patient and be patient. And you have to look after yourself in the process. And this has also been my biggest learning. Stay healthy, be healthy.
Yes, I agree with that too. Yeah, I agree with everything you said, and I think that our health is a big thing. I like that you
Mm,
brought that up because it gets really easy to work and
yeah.
ignore it because you're busy or you don't have
Yeah,
time to go for a walk or what, and
you have
and you
to.
do have to stop and take care of yourself.
And I got a big reminder of that last month. So
Mhm,
you do. Also your support system around you,
mhm.
the people that you surround yourself mostly with will affect you the most.
Agreed.
That is
Mhm.
critical. If you're around people that are naysayers, that are negative, it's not going to work. They will derail you. You can't.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a system of or your what they say the closest 5 people to you,
Yes,
influence you the most
truly,
yeah, that is really thinking about who's involved in this journey with me.
truly.
Yeah.
I also made a point of you've got to have a mentor.
Yes.
And I'm blessed. I have the most incredible mentor.
Mhm.
Mike Faith, shout out. Yeah. Uh, it's also really interesting. And his generosity in sharing and guiding me, everybody needs to have that. Seek out a mentor.
Yes. Well, that was gonna be my last question was
Mm,
about who has helped you along
yeah.
along the Alioup, who is the person that's reached out their hand and said, Let me help you resolve that," or just has really been impactful over when you think about your whole career,
Yeah.
who are maybe that's that person, maybe it's more people, but
It's definitely more with each part of the journey, somebody different. And listen, I've been really blessed with yourself. You were with Ali. You were like, let me put your services and business on board. I mean, that in of itself, you were incredibly generous. So stuff like that, people that you network, meet people. I also, for the first year, lived by the rule: say yes to everything,
Mm, mhm.
and that's a lot. And there'll be days where you don't want to interact, where you're overstimulated. You don't want go to
Yeah.
everything. You don't know what is going to happen there.
Very
Go.
true. I had someone give me that same advice,
Yep.
and it was worth it. In fact, by going with that advice
Hmm.
is my actual first customer came
Ah,
after a conversation with someone that said, "Just go do it anyway.
yes,
Whether you think you need to do it or not, just go do things."
yes,
And you're right, and that actually worked for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, you've got to have a mentor. Back in Australia, my mentor and everything that he taught me, Mr. Tim Wildash, probably one of the most influential people in my life. He probably doesn't even realize how influential, but what, again, incredibly successful businessman, family man, the whole thing. Watching him operate, watching the way he handled, and I would seek advice from him. I still do.
Mhm.
Um, those kind of people in your lives are blessings and gems. And I wish that everybody had those people. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Very important.
yeah.
Very important to be successful. Have your
Yes.
community.
And
Yeah.
I tell you what, they won't just mentor you in business. You'll learn from them as a matter of life,
Mhm.
relationships, how you navigate, move, how you conduct yourself.
Yeah, and I also think the good mentors are people that they're excited about your success
Yes.
and you want to share your success with them.
Yeah.
It's yeah, people that are just on your journey that are
Yeah.
such a big part of it. They see all the hard days too and can really appreciate the big days. And it's more encouragement that
Truly.
entrepreneurs need.
It is. It is. And say, for example, with Mike Faith, uh, I'll I will be hyper vigilant about something and catastrophize something, and he will just calm me down just like that and say, "No, PJ, blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Huh? Okay, so that's okay." He said, "Absolutely."
Yeah.
Oh, thank God for him.
Yeah, we can't see the forest for the
Yep.
trees many
Yep.
times. Yes.
Yep. So I wish that everybody has that kind of mentor. And if you don't seek one out, here's the other thing that blew me away, their generosity. You'd be
Yes.
surprised. That kind of person, that level of person,
Mhm.
because they've been there, done that, and they have a capacity now where they want to give. And I struggled
Yes.
with that at first. I'm like, why would you want to be so good to me? Why would you want to, you know, you're this level doing this. Why would you bother spending half an hour on a call with me when you've got better things to do? So that was great learning. And he was like, no, I'm here to be of service.
Mhm.
The greatest people in the world, I find the biggest component to their lives is they are to be of service.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's great learning to me to also be of service.
Right. Yes. Goes full circle.
It really does.
Yeah, it does.
It does. So I find myself in a wonderful situation now where I can mentor young women. So
That's great.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I do that as much as I can.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Pauline, this was a lovely conversation, and I'm super excited about your new business and where you're taking it. So if somebody wants to learn about your business,
hmm
how do they find you?
Um, Social media website NanoKare USA. Um, and then Pauline Joseph Beauty on Instagram, Facebook. But yeah, nanocareusa.com. You'll find us there. You can reach out to me. And I make a point of personally being in touch with as many clients as possible. So if you're in touch, know that you will get a response from us. Don't be
Great.
surprised if I pick up the phone and say, "Did you get your shipment? How was it? Did you love it?" Blah, 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 blah.
Well, that sounds like a good person to be working with.
Amen. Amen.
Well, thanks for being here.
Thank you for
Mhm.
having me. This was wonderful.